Okay, Galaxy Electric's here, so I can start. All right, I'm going to start the timer. All right, 15 minutes is going. Sweaty Porcupine. I'm going to start with the Trident oscillator. And let's see, I'm going to go through a Tom Evans stereo VCA. And I'm going to go out from there into a Chronoblob 2. And then I'm going to ping pong that out, stereo out, into channels 1 and 2 there. Let's see here. I'm going to use a square LFO from my Doper to trigger my Allen Turing machine. And then I'm going to send the CV out from the Turing machine through a dual quantizer on the ornament crime. It doesn't seem to want to be working. I don't understand. Sometimes, there we go. And I'm going to bring that out into the 1 volt per octave in on the Trident, and then I'm going to use the pulse out on the Allen to trigger an Envy from After Later Audio, and use that to trigger the VCA, and now we should have some sound. Not sweaty enough. I'm going to use the Oct from DivKit and Instro to mess with the Trident here. And then I'm using an auxiliary effects out to go to the spring reverb made by Music Thing Modular. Okay, let's do this. Let's see here. Can I... Alright, so I'm using the Envy, which is a pretty standard ADSR from After Later. It has an end of attack and end of rise out, so I'm actually triggering a contour from that make noise contour, another ADSR, and I'm going to put that into another VCA, because what I want to do is take another out from the, I'm going to take the square out from the Trident and run it into the Filthy filter from After Later Audio, and run it into this VCA here, and then maybe I'll run that out into the Expert Sleepers disting delay, and then into the mixer. And something, let's see. And let's use another LFO. Let's use the fastest LFO from Oct to do the cutoff. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. This doesn't sound very sweaty to me. Now, I feel like with sweaty, it's got to be a little abrasive, right? So I'm going to run my ramp wave out of the Trident, and I'm gonna put that through the 100 grit from Schlappy Engineering. It's not gonna sound good right off the bat. It's a warning here. I don't know what's going on with my... There we go, okay. Let's use some more of these LFOs from Oct to mess with the 100 grit. I'll actually use the angle grinder LFO out as well on the 100 grit. So here is the 100 grit by itself. That's kind of cool. You know what I'm gonna try? Let's see. I'm gonna put the high pass filter out from the Filthy into the input 2 of the 100 grit and see what happens. Alright, let's put the band pass filter out into the 4-band distortion from DPW. Let's see what this sounds like. Really cool distortion. Let's put that through a disting reverb. And then let's use an LFO to control the wet dry on that. Doesn't sound so good on its own, but it might sound good with everything else. So let's unmute everything. I have no idea how much time I have left. I'm gonna stop this whole thing really quick or screw it all up for a second. I'm gonna molt this, what I'm using as a clock, really quick. There we go. And I'm just gonna see. It's kind of risky to try to do drums this late in the game, but let's put that through the cutting room floor. This will get all sorts of screwy here. Let's put another LFO into the CD in there. I don't know if that's gonna work. That's not gonna work. Alright, let's in honor of Palaxis just joining us, let's get the taco in here. Just mute everything real quick. I have no idea how much time I have. And we'll put an oct. Let's do sound with this. And we'll do pitch with another envelope. Does that sound like a sweaty porcupine? time I have? I have 4 minutes. Okay. I don't know, you guys. I'm not in love with it. Just like trying to find everything. Let's see. What if I notch output in there? Topper through the dirty murals. I want some reverb on that real quick. I mean, kind of like a porcupine. You don't want to get too close to this patch. And it's sweaty, too, so, I mean... It should sound a little off-putting, right? A minute and a half. I don't know what I can do with a minute and a half, but let's see. Use more of these, the really slow LFO outputs on the oct here, and put them into the two time, the left and right time CD inputs for the chrono block too. Probably won't be that noticeable because it takes so long. Alright, that's time. This is Sweaty Porcupine. I don't know. I can't tell if I like it better. When it was a little slower. feel like I could picture a really fat, sweaty porcupine walking through the rain, just all like pissed off that it's raining. It just put a couple quills into the snout of a black lab. That black lab's been giving him trouble for years and just won't learn its lesson. No matter how many times old Bo, the black lab, has to go back to his house and have his mom pull those quills out of his mouth, he still chases that sweaty porcupine, and that sweaty porcupine is, frankly, he's done with it. You know, he had a date tonight, he was on Porcu-Tinder and had a good match, and now he's gonna show up with what the human equivalent would be with a half-shaved eyebrow, because this fucking dog had to chase him around and take a couple quills out of him. Fucking Bo. So that story, that little story I just riffed about Bo and the porcupine is actually true in Ronald, Washington. Growing up, my Aunt Jamie lived up there. In basically the equivalent of like a trailer park out in the middle of nowhere in the woods. And she had this dog, Bo. I loved Bo. He was a great black lab, but he's dumb as a box of rocks. He ate light bulbs. Like, if there was a light bulb laying on the ground, he would go and he'd... But yeah, the amount of times that fucking dog would come home with porcupine quills sticking out of its jowls. It doesn't look like it feels good. Okay, well, my wife and I are gonna go for a walk, and then we're gonna go see either Star Wars or 1917. But I just thought I would do this quick little live stream with y'all first. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you to the Galaxy Electric for supporting me on Patreon and submitting Sweaty Porcupine. If you would like to join up and support the show on Patreon and do a patch challenge thing and have me do something like this, I'd appreciate it. See you guys later.